Food tomorrow.
Green dry fresh tasting food tomorrow. Packaged for your every mood. More nutritious food tomorrow. Tomorrow started yesterday, you know. Tomorrow's food will help us live and grow. Tomorrow's world will be ready for you and me. Tomorrow.
Where do you think food will be grown tomorrow to help feed the world population?
Well, this is a very serious problem because, you know, we have 3 billion people in the world today. And by the year 2000, we're going to have 6 billion. And that means that we've got 30 years to duplicate our food production. That's taken us centuries to develop. And so this is where space is going to come in handy.
So there's really kinds of food and all kinds of places in the country, in the oceans, and on the deserts, provided that you irrigate them, and in land that's not being farmed now because we don't know about it. But the space program's going to help us find out, hey, there's some land down there, we've taken pictures of it, it's got the water, it's got the climate, go grow things on it.
We can put sensitive sensors on board a spacecraft that can look down at the land and can not only tell you whether the land is tillable, but actually what kind of crops will grow there. And we can search for water and for minerals and for oil from space. We can do a lot of things from space that will help us grow food.
I'm Mike. I'm Manny.
And I'm Mulligan.
And we're Mulligan too! Yeah!
Every day our country and our world are growing. Here at the World Population Plot, we can see that our country is increasing at the rate of 1 new person every 8.5 seconds. This means that every day there are 10,165 additional mouths to feed. 10,165 new people needing balanced diets to live and grow.
Let's do that 4 into 365. Carry the 8. 6,598 minutes plus 7.06. Extra babies every minute.
More and more balanced diets mean that there has to be more and better sources of food from all the 4 food groups. More sources of food from the fruits and vegetable group.
More sources from the bread and cereal group.
More sources from the milk group.
And more sources from the meat group.
Then times 365 days per year.
That's 1,460 servings from the fruits and vegetables group every year. That's 1,460 servings from the bread and cereal group every year. That's 1,095 servings from the nut group every year.
And 730 servings from the meat group every year.
How did you know that?
That's 4432 every day.
Just a great day. Little batting practice. Maybe I work on my fastball.
And then you add a can of tomatoes.
2 weeks vacation right at the best time of the year. We could go down to the lake and do some fishing. That is, if old Mr. Arnold will let us use the lake again like last year. Also...
Hold up, gang. Either I'm seeing things or that's the funniest sight I've ever seen in a long time. Is that or isn't that?
Wait.
Man, I don't believe it.
Yep, here he is.
Wilbur!
Huh? Oh, yes. Did someone call my name?
Wilbur Do-Right. What are you doing anyhow? You look like you can barely stand up.
Oh, no, I'm fine, huh? This is the way you're supposed to look when you go camping.
Camping? You?
Of course. You know, kids, being in the great outdoors, communicating with Mother Nature, roughing it like our forefathers. You know, kids, it's where it's at.
Wilbur, you can't be serious.
Well, of course I am. I am going to Camp Kickapoo. That's why I came by here to ask if you would like to come along. It'll be great fun. Setting up a tent. I've got the latest camping equipment available.
With the way you loaded up, Wilbur, I don't doubt it.
and we can gather natural specimens and go bird watching. It'll be great fun. 2 whole days, me and nature.
Wilbur, camping is sure a lot of fun, but you have to do it right and carefully, or you'll end up in a lot of trouble.
Trouble? Me, Wilbur, do right? What trouble could I get into? I'm completely equipped for 2 whole days. Although it feels like a year to my back.
Wilbur, Mickey's right. Just be careful, okay? Besides, we couldn't come with you anyhow. We're planning to rehearse a couple of new songs for our next show. Sorry, Wilbur.
Okay, well then I'll see you in a few days when I return, fully restored by the succulent balm of nature's soothing peace and quiet. A new man, refreshed by the confrontation with the basic natural elements sorely lacking in our congested, tense urban lives, to again be one with nature, camping beneath the arms of her tree, sleeping on the mattress of her earth, saying to the stars, here I am, here is mankind.
Sometimes I think Wilbur is losing his marbles. Me too. Let's just hope Wilbur brings enough food, and the kind that won't spoil on him.
Well, he says he's only going to be gone for 2 days. What could possibly happen in just 2 days?
I don't know, but let's just hope nothing happens for Wilbur's sake.
The time to produce fresher tasting, longer lasting, more nutritious food for tomorrow is today.
Scientists and farmers are working to improve and develop new varieties of fruits and vegetables. Through the use of improved farming equipment and techniques, larger, tastier, and more nutritious fruits and vegetables are already available for the consumer, with many more coming in the future.
Like a nectarine, a delicious fruit that farmers and scientists have developed by combining a peach and a plum. It's got lots of vitamin A, too. Cereal grains are being improved, too.
And cereals themselves are being packed and fortified with vitamins, minerals, and lots of other nutrients, too.
All you add is fruit and milk, and you'll have a nutritious meal any time of the day.
Very interesting. But what have you got to drink?
There are substitutes for fruit drinks, such as grapefruit and orange, which are available today. These artificial drinks contain no real fruit juices and come in powdered and frozen form. They're fortified with vitamins A and C, and you just add water.
Delicious. And nutritious, too.
In the important milk group, there have been a lot of substitutions. They may last longer and may be less expensive and more convenient. Take, for example, the widespread use of margarine for butter.
How about whipped cream for my dessert?
Here, try some of this.
Oh, thank you.
Very interesting indeed.
There are also simulated substitutes in the meat group. Some are made from vegetable protein food products.
Like simulated bacon made from soybeans.
In some parts of the country, vegetable protein products are used in some processed meats, such as beef patties, sausages, and meatless ham. Gee, listen to that thunder. The storm isn't very far away. Well, that's why it's extra great that we decided to cook up our positively super favorite special dish.
The Mulligan Stew.
Boy, it sure looks good.
It smells good, too.
It's that combination of good nutritious ingredients which we put
weather.
Let's listen to the weather.
The storm that hit the natural forest today still is raging on, with rain, and more rain expected. Many areas will be sealed off from relief and supplies because of flash flooding.
Flash flooding?
Flash flooding? Fine day.
Hold it, guys.
Hardest hit was the recreation area, Camp Kickapoo.
But this is Camp Kickapoo. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And now, back to the local scene.
The local scene? Oh.
We gotta do something about Wilbur. But what? They said that no one can get in or out of there.
That's right, and Wilbur doesn't have enough food to last him the whole week. He may have to stay there.
No food? Wow, what do we do? Well, first of all, we've got to find a way to get food into Wilbur.
Hey, I can go to the airport and check what the helicopter pilot's there. He can help us.
Great, Manny. Good thinking. Then we got to find out what foods to send him. Foods that'll last and will be easy to pack together. Foods to last Wilbur 2 weeks if necessary and be easy to fix, even for Wilbur.
You'll need foods from all the 4 food groups to give his body the necessary nutrition he needs.
And that's exactly our problem. Food that won't spoil, that'll be nutritious, and that'll take up a small amount of room so that we can send Wilbur lots of it.
I'll get the helicopter. What are we waiting for, gang? Let's go.
Hey, but what about the dessert?
Did someone say dessert? Oh, I'm so hungry.
Everybody's body needs vitamins, protein, carbohydrates, and fat. Everybody's body needs minerals. Everybody has to know that. Don't leave out a thing, 'cause everybody knows. Nutrients are the things that help our bodies live and grow. Everybody's body, every living thing, build a strong body out of protein. Vitamins are the nutrients in the things you eat. Keep you fit and healthy from your head down to your feet. Everybody's body needs vitamins, protein, carbohydrates, and fat. Everybody's body needs minerals. Everybody has to know that. Don't leave out a thing, 'cause everybody knows. Nutrients are the things that help our bodies live and grow. In everybody's body are minerals in small amounts. The quantity is small, but it's getting them that count. Fat and carbohydrates are needed in your diet. You can't go on without them, so nobody should try it. Everybody's body needs vitamins, proteins, carbohydrates, and fat. Everybody's body needs minerals. Everybody has to know that. Everybody has to know that. Everybody has to know that. Everybody has to know that.
Today we are developing new methods of getting food from the sea. Scientists using new underwater equipment are harvesting foods and fish from the sea just as the farmers raise and harvest their crops and livestock here on dry land. So just as farmers engage in agriculture, sea farmers engage in aquaculture. Simple seaweed will be an important food source of the future. Seaweed is surprisingly high in nutritional value. It has all the essential vitamins except vitamin C and is high in potassium and iodine.
Fish has just as much protein as meat, baby. And protein makes you look and feel strong and cool.
Fish has become increasingly important as a present and future nutritious food source. And with modern fishing boats, sea farmers will be able to harvest vast ranches of fish beneath the sea.
Ranches? You mean with cowboys and horses?
Not quite with horses,
ranchers may use trained porpoises and dolphins to lead the herds of fish, just as sheep farmers use big furry sheepdogs. Right on! Salt is taken from the seawater in huge water processing plants, and then pumped to deserts and dry plains, producing fruits, grains, and vegetables where nothing has ever grown before.
More land means more and better crops, providing us with fruit and vegetables, grain, and protein sources. Meat animals are being bred to produce more lean meat.
And more lean meat means cost savings for better food.
Crossbreeding and other techniques will produce more and better tasting meat.
Meat gives us protein to make our bodies strong and healthy.
They'll be able to tell us about the kind of diets they feed to the astronauts.
Right, and we'll be able to find out how they manage to pack so much food for the long space flights in such a small capsule.
Right, and at the same time make it good tasting and nutritious, too.
That's exactly what we're going to need to help Wilbur.
Well, you've been cleared to see the space flight food expert. He's located in building F.
Thank you. So you see, Dr. Smith, we thought that some of the problems that you have to solve in planning the menu for the astronauts might help us.
Well, actually, I guess our problems are quite similar in that our food has to be extremely lightweight and has to be stowed in a very small volume and highly nutritious and easy to consume without a lot of preparation and a lot of time involved. So actually, I guess some of our problems are similar. We have one problem that you wouldn't have, and that's weightlessness. Because we have to, everything we design must go into a, it's going to be flown in orbital flight, and there's no gravity to hold the food to the plate or to the spoon, or so we have to design special packages to ensure that the food can be consumed without floating around and getting into the equipment.
Do the astronauts get to choose from a large variety of foods?
Well, yes, actually we have about 120 foods that they choose from. We'll show you how we go about this and how they select their foods here. But primarily, we try to determine what the astronauts' basic food habits are. We talk to their wives. We, much in the manner that we'll go through here today, we go through and let them eat the food and find out what they like and dislike, and then develop a menu that is nutritionally balanced and will provide them with the necessary nutrients for a specific mission.
How are the astronauts' food prepared and packaged?
It varies with the mission. Of course, in Apollo, we dehydrate almost all of the foods to reduce the weight and make them shelf-stable without refrigeration. We use a flexible package so that it can stow food items in small crevices and very small, limited volumes.
Where can we find foods similar to those found at NASA on the space station?
Well, of course, we try to use foods that are very much like what the astronauts are used to, so many of our items are right on the grocery shelves. You have freeze-dried soups, dried beef, fruit juices, and beverage powders that are available in the grocery store. And we adapt a lot of them. Some of them we do not adapt. It's only with a special type of packaging that we might put on it. There's quite a large number of the items that we use that are in everybody's grocery store.
Thanks a whole lot. We really enjoyed it. Really liked it.
Okay, it's been a pleasure.
So that's our problem. Wilbur's in the forest somewhere, and we got to get food to him. Food that'll have to last for 2 weeks.
But my copter can't carry that much food.
Don't worry about that. We're already finding food that'll take up a small amount of space and still be nutritious.
Okay, I'll be ready to go as soon as you give me the word. Roger.
I'm sure glad we met those food experts. What they told us helped us buy food for Wilbur that are small and compactly packaged. We've got food from each of the 4 food groups, like dry milk and pudding from the milk group, and dry apricots and peaches from the fruit and vegetable group. We've got processed meats made with vegetable proteins added, like hot dogs, sausages, and others. Right on. How about the bread and cereal group? We've got that covered, too, with enriched cereals and breads straight from the supermarket. We even have some peanut butter for Wilbur. Let's get back to the clubhouse and help the boys pack the foods all together so that they can get it to the helicopter pilot.
Over here, Mulligan. Straighten that out a bit.
I gotcha. First, let me untangle this rope.
Hey, here come the girls with some more food.
could eat the Sandwich Islands.
Okay, let's get it all together. Ready?
Well, gang, we did it.
Let's take it down to the helicopter. There's enough food in there to last over 2 weeks if necessary.
It represents a balanced diet, and it's so simple to prepare. Even Wilbur won't have any trouble. Well, guys, what are we waiting for?
Hey, where's Maggie? Oh,
I made a couple of passes over the area, and I think I spotted him.
you sure?
Yeah, he was walking around in a circle, holding his stomach like he was real hungry.
That's Wilbur, all right.
Okay, I'll let you know how I make out.
But
I could eat a tree bark sandwich stuffed with oak leaves with a side of dandelions. Ugh. My kingdom for a mango. A helicopter, come to save me. Help! Here! Throw me some food! Anything! A bagel! Anything nutritious! The helicopter is dropping me! A package! Now, let's see. That's 4 servings from the bread and cereal group. And that's 4 servings a day from the fruit and vegetable group. 3 servings a day from the milk group. And 2 servings a day from the meat group. Now, for my repast. But first... Thank you, Mulligan stew.
You need 4 servings every day from the breads and cereals group, 4 servings from the fruits and vegetables group, 3 servings from milk group, and 2 servings from the meat group. That's 4, 4, 3, 2. Milk group, meat group, fruit and vegetables group, bread and cereals group. That's a balanced diet. Do I?
Well, I've learned my lesson. Always be prepared. A good planner and a good camper. Efficient time saves 9. Early to bed and early to rise.
Really, Wilbur?
To look to the future for nutritious, good food. I'll make sure I always have food from the 4 food groups, so that even if I'm stranded, I'll have a balanced diet.
and make sure you take enough food just in case.
Oh, there's no problem. After all, now they have dehydrated fruits and freeze-dried foods. Oh, heck. I know all that stuff. After all, I'm an advanced camper. Well, not exactly an advanced camper.